At the 22-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Now Roethlisberger, throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. First carry for James Conner. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Winston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh Getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The drive will start with Connor. They find some open field here. And Hill running right through it. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Going top shelf for Smith. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 46 yards. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a toss. This is Connor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. Dancing to his left. That will be caught by James. The big tight end has a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he's got it up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Let's convert.
From the gun, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Winston now. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. This Pittsburgh defense always keeping the offensive line on their toes, or I guess on their heels and back.
They are certainly about pressure, aren't they? At 56 sacks as a unit in 2017, which led the NFL. They certainly live up to their nickname, which is Blitzburg.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working out of the gun, Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Jameis to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jaquiz Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And still fighting. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
77.
Toss play, Connor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Take 2 of them.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Focus.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we toss it an hour or so east of here. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he finds McDonald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Snickers, 66.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now he's forced out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McDonald. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They run with Connor, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jameis now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, that's caught at the 25. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, Winston. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And it's a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beauty. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
Blue 30. Here we go.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he is all the way up past the 25. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Following the interception, Winston. He's got a man. It's his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position. It's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Winston. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Winston. It's caught. Humphreys. Room to run past midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Now, on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. To the air again with Winston. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down? And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston taking it in from a yard out, and the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Roethlisberger going to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action now. Roethlisberger muscles him off. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And that is incomplete.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge Range drives. Big bag plays on FaceTime.